Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. Tinubu has more achievements than Awolowo and MKO Abiola. Adesheye Unlewe, a former Minister of Works, says Bola Tinubu, a national leader of the All Progressives Congress (APC), is the most prominent politician in the Southwest. In an interview with Daily Independent, Ogunlewe said Tinubu has achieved more than the late Obafemi Awolowo and MKO Abiola, acclaimed winner of the June 12, 1993 presidential election. The former senator who represented Lagos East from between 1999 and 2003 denied saying the North will not allow Tinubu get the presidency and that the APC leader may end up like Abiola. Results of the 1993 presidential election showed Abiola was leading by a wide margin, but the military regime of Ibrahim Babangida annulled the exercise before the electoral body made a final pronouncement. Ogunlewe said he has confidence that Tinubu would live well if he gets to the highest office in the land. He said Tinubu is the most prominent Yoruba person that has paid his dues and is knowledgeable about the politics of Nigeria. I am confident he can lead Nigeria well if he becomes president, he said. He said, how can I say that the North will deny Tinubu and he will end up like MKO Abiola? All these people are enemies of progress. Hasn't he, Tinubu, done more than MKO Abiola? Hasn't he done more than Awolowo? Maybe not in terms of performance, but he has more in terms of skills, wisdom. Look at the way he has been able to cover all parts of Nigeria. Look at the number of the people he has been able to promote from nothing to be governors, ministers, and even vice presidents. Believe it or not, whether you like him or you don't like him, you must give him credit. All those saying negative things are not knowledgeable about Nigerian politics. If you are knowledgeable about Nigerian politics, you should know that you cannot remove the man's achievements from him. Ogunlewe spoke after Babachir Lawal, former secretary to the government of the federal government, said Tinubu has what it takes to rule Nigeria. There are reports that Tinubu is eyeing the number one position in the country, but the top politician is yet to speak about it publicly. Our politicians have come again, guys. They are like chameleon, back and forth. They will say something in the morning, in the afternoon they will retrace their backs. They will say or their steps. They will say they never said that, or people are misquoting them. That is politicians for you. But the people, the masses know what they know, but it's just that they are trying to suppress them. They are trying to shut them up. People still know what they know. Of course, he's saying Tinubu has achieved more than those two people you mentioned, MKO Abiola and Awolowo. I think people should be able to, they will be able to speak, and people will be able to know that if really what he's saying is truth. Everybody is unique in his own way. Tinubu is unique in his own way, and those two other people, may their souls rest in perfect peace. They were unique in their own way too, that people can really reckon with. I think money is not everything. When you try to influence people because of what you have, what you can really give to them, it's more than that. And I think that's where most especially I can speak for Awolowo because he never had money, but he has a lot of things upstairs that I can't even talk about MKO Abiola. But when you talk of people who really who really have money, he had money. He didn't have money compared to Abiola. Abiola had money. You could say maybe because of that, maybe people were really trying to come closer to him, trying to, see things from his own perspective then. But when somebody does not have what it takes to influence any other person or the other people, but when you have something upstairs, when you are intellectually sound, I think that is one thing one can really give to Awolowo then. and his legacy can never be compared when it comes to that. So I don't know the yardstick that Ogunlewe is using to measure Tinubu. I think he knows that, and people can speak for themselves concerning what Ogunlewe has said. At least in my own opinion, that is just the way I see the whole thing. Like I said, politicians cannot be trusted. They are always back and forth, back and forth. The other day, Babachelawa coming out that, when you talk of a modern government, modern presidency, modern whatever, modern leadership, that Tinubu fitting into that category. And a lot of people came out and said, no, you can't say that, maybe to you. And they say, okay, who is even talking? At least you need to check the antecedent of who the person that is even talking about another person. And you too, what do you really believe in? So a lot of people, majority of people really did not believe or did not agree to what Babachelawa said. Of course, he's entitled to his opinion, but it's just that in this country, a lot of people can be deceived, and that is why we are not making progress. And that's why you see that when it comes to education, that is one thing that can be said, good thing that can be said about Awolowo. He said when people that you are leading, or that you are, when your people are educated, it is less stressful for you to govern them, because they will quickly understand. Before you say Jack Robinson, they already know what you are talking about, because they are educated, because they are enlightened. It is more easy for you to govern them. But once they are not educated, once they don't know things, the right things, you can just, it will be so difficult to explain some things to them. And that is why we are having problem. A lot of people are really so difficult to understand little things. And that is why even when the military came, the area at which they try to bring down people, it is the area of education. And up till now, they are not interested in boosting the educational system of this country, because they know that as soon as people get to know their rights, as soon as people get to know their words, as soon as people get to know the truth, you cannot cajole them, you cannot tell them what is not. And up till now, they are just playing to the gallery, playing lip service. Oh, education, education. But when it comes to budget, how much do you budget for your education, even at state level? So when you have more educated people, it is very easy for you, even as a leader, to progress, to achieve a lot, because it won't take you so much time to begin to explain. That's why a lot of people turn a lot of things upside down once they hear this thing like this. The next thing, because they cannot give a positive criticism, they cannot be objective. The next thing they say, oh, they just start abusing you, they start cursing you. Instead of facing the issue on ground, they start deviating to something else. No, these are the issues on ground. Let us discuss the issue. If your opinion is different from mine, if you are not agreeing to my opinion, let me know why you are telling me, or you need to tutor me, oh, this is the way it is. You don't even need to go to the area of insult. You don't need to insult anybody. But because you don't know how to defend yourself, or to put your argument before others, it results to insult. They start insulting you. And that is why that's what we are having all over the social media. If they know that they cannot argue, or criticize you objectively, or let you know the area which you are not getting some things from, or from their own perspective, they can't do that. They start picking things, irrelevant things. A lot of them, will see them. They start picking what is not. Okay, the issue on ground, what are you talking about it? No, your head is like this, your hand is like this. Is that what we are talking about? They start deviating. So when people are educated to a very large extent, it is easier for the government to govern them, because they will understand what you are saying. The issue of 10,000 naira that time they were sharing, how did he end? People just felt that, oh, let me just collect my share. But at the end of the day, what did he add to our GDP? Nothing. It's just a waste. So, like I said, Ogunlewe knows the yardstick is using to measure or to rate Tinubu that is more powerful in what area than Abiola and Awolowo. So I would like to hear from you what you think about what he has said. But Nigerians are reacting to this. Let's hear what they are saying. Someone say, look at Ogunlewe comparing Tinubu and Awolowo that gave the Yoruba the foundation they are standing on. I just realized that some assumed white ones are foolish. Ogunlewe was right. In terms of looting the drug baron with Toronto certificates and chairman of Looters Association of Nigeria, has achieved more indeed. Can't you see? It's easy to put Lagos State in his pocket. Someone said this old man must be sleeping. Does rigging and achievement go out since 1960s? Awolowo achievement is still there, speaking for him, mentioning two achievements of Tinubu since his inception as his so-called national leader. May God forgive you, Baba Ogunlewe. Maybe he is talking about looting. Someone says, this twist is embarrassing. I watched your interview where you said the North will give Tinubu the Awo treatment. When did the tide change? That is what I'm talking about, that these politicians, they can be funny at times. They can be funny at times. It's really embarrassing. After you have said one thing, now you are saying something again, trying to twist. Oh, it's a pity. As you know, these are the old men that we are talking about. What do they expect the younger ones to learn from them when you cannot stand on one thing, when you are not stable? It's very, very pathetic. Someone say, no one but Papa Awo. I didn't enjoy free education, but I learned about how he introduced free education. The more reason why the Yorubas are leading in the education sector today. The Hausa felt that when they were supposed to embrace academic, they were busy fooling themselves, which was the reason why they decide to see themselves as part from God. Power belongs to them. I'm Adam supporter of the two, but I will not compare them, but they are good sons of Yoruba. It's stupid of you to haul insult on any one of them. I know insults are coming from one section of the country because they regard Tinubu as a threat to their presidential ambition in 2023. Those who were rebuking Ogunlewe for expressing his view are not right. Ogunlewe did not have or know history. I'm sure he is broke and needs favor from the bullion van content. Tinubu is not worthy to carry the shoe of Awolowo or even his bag. Guess Ogunlewe lives around Yaba left side. If not, someone should kindly relocate him to Harrow. Perhaps that little time is spent incarcerated has touched his senses or is suffering from pangs of failures as a politician. How else does he dare compare Obafemi to sellout selfish Tinubu? So guys, I would like to hear from you. These are the reactions of Nigerians. Would like to hear from you what you think about what this APC chieftain has said, that Tinubu has achieved more than Awolowo and MKO. Thank you very much. Bye.